What are you doing?
Dude, look at this. The restaurant business has been doing pretty well lately. I've been doing a lot of research, and I think I have a good idea. Want to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking of opening up a Five Guys, burger place on the east side. What do you think?
Nah, chill with that. I'm trying to open a Jake's way back on the east side.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you could go to the west side, but I hear it's not as good, so that's why I'm not going there.
And we both can't open up on the east side, can we?
No, unless you want to get shut out by my business.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen though, but what are we gonna do?
It's Harry Gills here, and I'm here to answer any of your economics questions.
Ooh, Nick's What do you mean?
I mean that you guys can open up your business no problem with a little bit of strategic planning.
Wait, so you mean that we could both profit at the same time?
Really? What do you call this plan?
Game theory. Let me show you. So here we have a simple diagram to help you understand game theory a little bit better. So the bottom triangle of each quadrant represents the weekly profit of Wayback, which will be in blue, and the top part of each quadrant represents the weekly profit of Five Guys, which will be in red. Now, if both businesses went to the west side, Five Guys would make $6,000, and Wayback would also make $6,000. If both were to go to the east side, Five Guys would make $4,000, and Wayback would also make $4,000. Now, if Five Guys were to go east to the east side, while Wayback goes to the west side, Five Guys would make $10,000, while Wayback would be stuck with only $2,000. And vice versa. If Wayback were to go to the east side and Five Guys were to go to the west side, Wayback would make $10,000, and Five Guys would only make $2,000. Okay, now let me teach you something about dominant strategy. Let's say we ignore the weekly profits of Five Guys and just say that Five Guys' store was already set up in the west. Wayback would be better off then setting up a store in the east because it's making $4,000 more profit than it would be in the west. Now, if Five Guys were to set up its store on the east side, Wayback would still be better off setting up on the east side because it would be making more profit than it would be if it's set up on the west side. So clearly, Wayback's dominant strategy would be to go to the east side because whether Five Guys is in the west or east, it would be making more economic profit. Now let's look at the dominant strategy for Five Guys. First we have to write back in the economic profits. And disregard the profits for Waybacks. Now let's say that Wayback was set up in the west. Five Guys would be better off setting up in the east because it would be making $10,000 instead of $6,000. If Wayback were to be set up in the east, Five Guys is still better off setting up in the east because it's making $4,000 instead of $2,000. So here, once again, Five Guys' dominant strategy is to set up on the east side. Now, since the dominant strategy for both firms is to set up on the east side, one would expect that this would be the outcome. However, if both firms were to cooperate with each other, this would be the clear choice in maximizing profit for both firms. So I hope I taught you guys something about game theory today.
Yeah, it definitely makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Harry Gills.
No problem, guys.
So he has some good points there.
Yeah, Harry Gills knew what he was talking about.
So I think it's clear what we need to do. Now the question is, can I trust you?
Can you trust me? How long have we been friends? I never told anyone about your problem, did I?
Dude, stop. We don't talk about that.
So we both go to the west?
Agreed.
Okay. Deal. I only made $2,000 last week. I don't understand. I wonder if Five Guys is experiencing the same thing. Maybe it's just a bad time in the economy.
Wow, $10,000. Wonder how Matt's holding up. That sucker.